There is no such a thing as racism. People are always looking for excuses to do evil. And just like the atheists, the only way for them to do it without having to consider themselves evil is by denying other people their equal worth. In the atheist's case, is by denying God's existence. And so, racists dehumanize other people. Color is just a simpler, foolish way to identify who belongs to which group, and who or not deserves a righteous treatment. And if it weren't for it, they would use other physical attributes like beauty, height, weight, hair color, eye color, and so on. Having no physical attributes, they would use social status, intelligence, accents, how the Northerners mock the Southerners, and vice versa, etc. How many times have we seen, on TV, opposite sports team fans fighting each other because one wears a red shirt and the other wears a green one, even though both parties belong to the same racial group? And if both parties encountered a different racial group, they probably would band together to take down the common enemy. We were all made in God's image. If a black baby is raised by white parents, he'll behave more culturally white and vice versa. If an Asian woman, even if she's raised by Asian parents, if she grows up in a white culture, she'll more likely desire to pair up with a white man. Not because she hates her race, but because that's what she grew up with. She's accustomed to it. It's solely because of familiarity, not self-hatred. Her friends have always been white. Most of the people she got infatuated or fell in love with were the type of people she grew up with. And just like everybody, she simply wants to belong. It's our differences that makes exciting relating to one another, but we use it to feel superior to each other. Slavery didn't happen to black people, it happened to people. You might say it pales in comparison, but imagine how many non-racist white people had to suffer by being forced by racist white people to hurt the black people who the non-racist considered, who they knew were just like them, only in an unfortunate situation. We're hurting each other, not those people. Whatever happened to Africans, happened to Asians and Europeans. Whoever says, "Thank God that's not us," is fooling himself. There are cultural differences, not racial ones. But once again, is just a simpler, foolish way to identify who belongs to which group, and who or not deserves a righteous treatment, when we all do. How can you consider yourself a godly person if you don't treat each one of God's children equally? How can you not wish to befriend someone not because of what they believe, but because of what they look like? Have you ever considered that maybe the person who would understand you and be a great life partner doesn't look like you? And no, don't think just because you couldn't find one within your race that you're settling for less. What do they believe in? There was a white couple, with many white children, who one day gave birth to a dark, black baby. Obviously, the husband thought she cheated on him. Upon doing several DNA tests and looking at his family tree, they found out that his side of the family used to own slaves, and one of his ancestors had a baby with a black woman. The gene was dormant until the conception of his son. So, how? Please explain it to me, how are we different? Just like there are people with different heights, weights, hair colors, eye colors, and so on, so there are people with different skin tones. That's it. But whatever people can use to bully and harass each other, they will. It's not funny, but it's funny how many law-abiding, God-fearing Christians will meet Jesus and be denied entrance. And it won't be for a lack of knowledge. It'll be for loving their society more than God and other people. God doesn't play favorites, but we think we can. And for the most stupidest reasons. Okay, but even if you stop being racist, others still will be racist towards you. And just like you and your people were denied opportunities because of what you look like, so will you deny them and their people those opportunities? You have to take care of your own. No. You have to be an example of Christ, forever and always, even in the face of your injustice. Because you will not be hurting those people, you'll be hurting God's people. Because even though they're the ones who started it, you have to be the one who ends it. This is not about you or them, it's about God. What does He want you to do?